Vanessa, the bass player, the original, I lay in her lap very many times because I need a lot of consoling. And here's Michelle. She's the all-traveling little Jewish girl that goes all over America. She's an original Brooklyn girl, like me too. Even though I'm not born in Brooklyn, but I might as well. And here's my girl Anna. She is born actually in the same country I was born, but she's formerly Miss Germany.
Obviously.
And I'm just a little Bavarian crazy girl.
That's right.
Okay.
So there you have it. Today on Dirty Laundry, we're interviewing the Slits.
I bet you wondering how I knew. But your plans to make me blue were some other girl you knew before. With you of a kind, you know I love you more. Took me by surprise, I must say. And when I found just
I'd left home at the age of 16, so I was doing maybe more risky things than girls of that age would probably be living at home. You know, I'd be coming out of the cinema at 3 in the morning in miniskirt with fishnet tights, and would you believe it, I got attacked, you know. We took risks, I suppose, that
As well, yeah.
normal people wouldn't take.
Yeah, but I got stabbed in the middle of the day. So it didn't really, I mean, I remember the boys the boys had problems, big time already. All our peers, you know, the Clash, the Sex Pistols, Buzzcocks, all the punk groups around at that time, and the reggae groups in England, they were all in danger. Everyone had their share of being tabooed out and being a threat to society. But us being girls, it's total taboo. If they could have burned us at the stake, then we would have been burned, I think. There's a witch! Let's get him! Oh yeah, remember that nasty A&R guy? He didn't want the Cut album cover. He wanted us to be all sleazy like and do a Charlie's Angels look with fog, you know.
How else are you gonna sell records?
Yeah, so he worked at Island and he didn't like the idea of that at all. He offered us to do, yeah, with zippers. Remember that glossy pink? Fluorescent pink. Anyway, doesn't matter. They had a different idea of a cover. And then we did what we wanted to do spontaneously, basically, because we were in the country recording, surrounded by food and mud. And so we did that, and everyone was really shocked. But the owner of Island Records thought it was okay. So he went with it. I think we exist solely because of the Riot Girl movement now. I think we should have to pay tribute to the Riot Girls, because if it wasn't for them, we were totally written out of music, I think, history, when it comes to the old punk times and all of that. So when other groups reform, they really reform because they stick to retro, they are vintage now. But we are not vintage, we are in now, modern now, because we were 30 years ahead of time. I think they're really extremely relevant for ever history. All of the early punk groups, or early so-called punk revolution groups, because they did change the world completely in the way culture is perceived, culturally, philosophically, politically, even musically. We didn't even back then though listen to them, their records, because we were on tour with the Clash and Buzzcocks, so we'd watch each other live every day. And we like, oh, today was shit, today was good, oh, that song was really good too. Oh, yesterday we played it better, huh? And remember, we used to watch each other live all the time, so by the time there was an album, we weren't even interested in an album anymore, because punk had such a live thing. Don't forget, records were banned at the time. Or record labels didn't even sign any punk groups. So we were only listening to reggae on record. So reggae was our listening music on record, and all the punk bands, which were like our brothers, they were not even our friends, they were more like peers, colleagues in college. We were all just listening to each other live.
I think sometimes when people aren't getting laid as much as they do, they channel that energy into their music and it ends up being better.
Do they?
Yeah,
I
it's
think
like
you
a
could do
boxer
better
both.
for
who
you,
doesn't
not
have
just
sex.
getting
Not better.
It's like a boxer who doesn't have sex.
Exactly. It's the
Save
same.
it, save that energy
Yeah.
for a
the
different kind of performance.
Release. Yes. Different kind of release.
Not in my case, no way. Not for me. It's a very big thing in Jamaica to own your pum pum.
Pum pum.
Yeah, your pum pum, and it's yours, and you're proud of it, and it's your fat pum pum, and we have it out there and talk about it.
Now, what's it like